What happens when two of Jamaica's most powerful artists go head-to-head, not just in music, but in the streets, politics, and even the hearts of the people? This wasn't just another beef. This was a cultural earthquake that divided schools, neighborhoods, and even families. I'm talking about the Gaza vs. Gully War, a rivalry that shaped an entire era of dancehall, produced some of the most legendary clash songs, and forced Jamaica to confront just how powerful music can be when it fuels real life. Today, we're breaking down how it all started, how it exploded, and why, even years later, Gaza versus Gully remains one of the biggest rivalries in Jamaican history. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment letting us know. Were you Team Gaza or Team Gully? Let's get into it. The rise of two kings. In the mid-2000s, dancehall was shifting. The new millennium brought fresh voices, and among them, two names began standing out: Vybz Kartel and Mavado. Kartel, already sharpening his lyrical skills with Bounty Killer's Alliance, was unmatched with wordplay. His lyrics painted vivid pictures, his charisma on stage was electric, and his ability to connect with the youth was second to none. He was bold, controversial, and unafraid to push boundaries. On the other side stood Mavado. With his raspy, haunting voice and ghetto tales, Mavado brought a different energy. His music resonated with the streets, capturing the pain, struggles, and survival of the everyday Jamaican youth. If Kartel was the professor teaching lyrical mastery, Mavado was the street preacher delivering raw reality. It was only a matter of time before the two collided, the spark that ignited the fire. The war didn't begin overnight. It started with subtle jabs, small clashes at stage shows, and subliminal shots in songs. But everything changed at Sting 2008, Jamaica's biggest clash stage. Kartel and Mavado, both at the height of their powers, faced off in a lyrical war that left fans buzzing for years. What should have been a moment of celebration quickly turned into the spark that lit a fire across the island.
You and Mavado and whatever that, did that start as more of a competition? Or were there street politics that, unless you were really, really in it, you would know? Was it more competitive at first?
Yes, it was, definitely. Because remember, Mavado, as a young artist at the time, was defending Bounty Killer. Because remember, we were in the Alliance.
That's right.
With Bounty Killer, you know, the great Rodney Price. So when me and Bounty Killer had that altercation over the Beanie Man situation, right, going to the wedding, you know what I mean, I left the Alliance. And Mavado, you know how dancehall is. I left the Alliance, like, turned around, fired some shots, and like, F that. So he was like young and upcoming, you know, ego and energy, and he replied to me. So I'm like, who this little kid, who is he talking to? Went into the studio, bam, bam. And that's when it started, man. So, but I always respected the fact that he was brave, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gaza and Gully weren't just fan bases anymore, they were territories, and everyone had to choose a side, a nation divided. The rivalry spilled out of music and into daily life. In schools, students declared their allegiance. Classrooms and hallways became battlegrounds of debates, arguments, and sometimes fistfights. Teachers even complained that learning was disrupted because of Gaza versus Gully discussions. Neighborhoods were painted in colors of loyalty. If you were from a certain area, you were expected to support one camp. It even reached the government. Authorities worried that the lyrical war was turning into real-life violence as clashes between fans began making headlines. Politicians were forced to step in, acknowledging that two musicians had split Jamaica in a way politics hadn't done in years. The clash of music. While the streets were heating up, the music was just as fiery. Kartel dropped diss tracks that showcased his clever wordplay, metaphors, and ability to dismantle opponents with surgical precision. Mavado responded with gritty anthems that hit deep, his haunting voice amplifying the pain and defiance of the ghetto youth. Each song wasn't just music, it was ammunition. Fans waited eagerly for the next release, dissecting lyrics like clues in a war. And at the center of it all was Sting, the legendary clash stage, where every diss was magnified under the bright lights and roaring crowd. The Gaza versus Gully war turned into the most entertaining yet dangerous period of dancehall, when music turned deadly. But as much as fans enjoyed the lyrical fireworks, reality wasn't as fun. The rivalry soon started spilling into the streets in darker ways. Reports of violence tied to the conflict began rising. Gangs in certain areas aligned themselves with either Gaza or Gully. Parents, teachers, and even church leaders raised alarms. The music was no longer just entertainment. It was influencing real life in ways that couldn't be ignored. The government eventually had to step in. In 2009, a famous peace meeting was held, where Vybz Kartel and Mavado were brought together by politicians and community leaders to cool down the tension. The peace concert. The peace talks culminated in a historic moment, a peace concert featuring both Kartel and Mavado. On stage, the two shook hands, symbolizing an end to the open lyrical war. Fans cheered, but many wondered, was this real peace or just a temporary truce? For some, the rivalry would never truly die. For others, it was a relief to see their heroes step back from the edge. Shifts in power. As the years went by, the war slowly cooled down. Vybz Kartel's career took a dramatic turn in 2011 with his arrest and later conviction. Even behind bars, his influence remained unmatched as he continued releasing hits. Mavado, meanwhile, moved internationally, signing deals abroad and cementing himself as a global dancehall ambassador. Without both artists clashing directly, the fire dimmed, but the memory of Gaza versus Gully stayed alive. The legacy of Gaza versus Gully. Looking back, the Gaza versus Gully rivalry wasn't just about Kartel and Mavado. It was about the power of music in Jamaica. It showed how deeply dancehall connects with the people, so much that two artists could divide a nation. It inspired future artists, from Popcorn to Alkaline, showing them the impact of clashes and fan loyalty. And most importantly, it cemented Kartel and Mavado as two of the greatest legends in dancehall history. Even today, debates rage on. Who really won? Kartel with his lyrical brilliance, or Mavado with his street anthems? Gaza versus Gully in 2025. Fast forward to today, and the story takes another twist.
Listen, my brother, for 15 years. 15 years. Last time I see man in jail. But through the help of God, will never fail.
And we here.
We here. Big foreign.
In July 2024, Vybz Kartel walked free after years in prison, shocking the world and sending the dancehall scene into overdrive. His return sparked rumors of new clashes, collaborations, and even a possible rekindling of old rivalries. Mavado, still respected worldwide, continues to represent Gully with pride. And fans can't help but wonder, could we ever see a Kartel and Mavado collaboration? Imagine the energy, the history, the impact of such a move. The Gaza versus Gully war wasn't just music beef. It was history. It was culture. It was Jamaica living through a lyrical war that shaped a generation. Both Kartel and Mavado came out of it as kings, their names forever etched in dancehall history. But the question remains, who do you think really won the war? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories of dancehall. Because when it comes to Gaza versus Gully, the war may have ended, but the legacy will never die.